Hey, good evening, mga ka-MX. Okay, so our topic for tonight is paano ba gumawa ng QR code? Okay, so allow me to share you a link where you can create your QR code, whether it's dynamic or a static QR code. So allow me to share a website. Okay, so I hope you can see this website. So go to your browser and then type in your browser qr-code-generator.com. So this will be your reference for creating your own dynamic and static QR codes. So from here you will see log in at saka sign up. So if you have an existing account, then click log in. Okay? Pero if you don't have any existing account, then click on sign up. And there will be an option for you to either choose to uh, make use of your existing email address, or there will be an option for you to make use of your Gmail account. Okay? So, syempre, sa case kung meron akong existing free account, no? Ayun, yun nga pala, no? I'd like to emphasize when creating an account with QR code generator, this is free. If you want to extend it further to more QR codes for your programs in the future, I suggest you buy or you subscribe for an annual subscription fee. Annual subscription account pala, sorry. So allow me to log in first with my own account. Okay, so for this one, I make use of my other Gmail account. Okay, so there you go. Right now, we're currently logging in with my Gmail account. Nakalog in na pala. And it's currently loading some of the features on the QR code generator. Okay, anyway, we're still waiting for it to load. Allow me to check the notification bell if there are some notifications. So from here, what's new? If you just created this for the first time, you will be notified with some uh, features of the QR code. Okay, so like grab free seat in exclusive website session or free training. Okay, feeling stuck, and some of the blogs that you can make use as a reference. So yeah, let's close this one. And you will notice there's also, uh, by the way, this account is free trial pala for 15 days. You can upgrade. You want to upgrade your QR code. Question is, after 15 days, will I still be able to make use of the QR code that I created? I think so. You can still make use of the QR code that you have generated with your QR code account. But the thing is, after 15 days, I guess you cannot create any other QR codes than what you have created. But definitely you can still see, make use of your existing account. So that's the advantage. Oh, by the way, before I create QR code nowadays uh, has been actively being used, okay, being used worldwide, mostly on uh, mostly on digital platforms. Okay, so saan siya madalas ginagamit? Kadalas nakikita niyo siya sa social media accounts, particularly in most advertisements. So, uh, like if you want to advertise your business, your program, or whatever activities you have that anyone can make use of or attend to or learn from, in order for you to simplify the messaging for your potential audience or customers or whoever is interested with your key message, Kadalasan kasi, we wanted to put everything in an ad or advertisement. Like for example, let's see an example. So say for example, classic Saburi. Actually, you can see this poster and this at the back. If you visit their website, you will see full details of their advertisement and their products. But how can you share your ads if you've got a lot of informations on your page? One simple way for you to advertise your products and services or whatever you offer to your potential audience is for you to create a QR code. And then sometimes you don't, if you have a smartphone, you don't have to download the QR scanner. All you have to do is to make use of your camera. And sometimes most of the smartphones nowadays can scan QR codes using their cameras. Okay, so from there, if you scan the QR code, it will pop up a link or a message where you embedded your message on the QR code. Scan mo yung QR code, hindi meron magpa-pop na message. It can either be a link or a page where your customers or your viewers can see the content of what you are currently sharing for them. Okay? So, mamaya, pakita natin yung paano yung magana. Okay, so from here, there's an option to create QR code. So how can you create a QR code, a dynamic or a static QR code? Okay, so click create code. And you have a lot of options here. So you will notice from the menu, from the landing page, you have an option to select your QR code type. And meron siyang ina-animate dito. If you will notice, try citizen cultures or whatever. So from here, there are several categories you can make use of. Is it for tourism, personal use, photographer or videographer, culture, events, and etc. And from here, you have dynamic codes. Ibig sabihin, dynamic QR codes, okay? So from here, for dynamic QR codes, you have the website. You can create a QR code for your website, social media. You have discount coupons. vCard Plus is a collection of, actually it's a calling card, a digital calling card, vCard, yeah, vCard Plus. Business page, if you have a landing page for your business. Feedback form or feedback, collect feedback from your customers and get rated. So rating, video, events, PDF file, you want to see your Facebook particularly, or you want to promote an app that you have developed, or an MP3 file or audio that you wanted to share in the public, images, and the rest. And there's also what we call static codes. Pero you will notice there's no option here. But actually, you can make use of this categories of dynamic codes in static codes as well. Ano bang difference ng dynamic sa static code? Okay, ang difference ng dynamic allows you, dynamic codes is the dynamic codes are codes that you can monitor. So anyone who scans your code, there's a counter in this account, okay? So no matter how many times your QR code is scanned, it will keep track of the numbers of scans from different locations for whatever platform they've used in order to scan the QR code. How about the clicks on your link, for example, for your website? It's in your website. QR code is more of creating a QR code, a barcode. It's not a barcode, actually, it's QR code. It's a QR code wherein they make use of their smartphones or any other devices that can scan a QR code. And this account will count the numbers of times your QR code gets scanned. Well, static is just a static QR code. You generate a code, they will not keep track of the number of scans you have. Your QR code have what do you call that? Get scanned to. Yeah. Ibig sabihin, kung na-scan siya kahit ilang beses, kapag static QR code yan, walang tracking. Okay? So that's a difference. Okay? So let's say, for example, you're going to promote your own website. Let's click on website. Yeah. And then, okay, so this will be the scan preview of your website. Okay? So from here, you select the website. Okay, so this will be the example. And then once you select the website, okay, so wala kang magagawa dyan, hindi mo yung type. What you will do next is to click next button. And then from here, yeah, this is where you will type your website. Say for example, I'm going to type in memoexpress.net branches. Okay, so branches. Then I will click next with it. And there you go. Okay, so from here you can choose any type of QR codes you wanted to make use of. Okay, so yes, do you want it to be in frame? This is the default. You have the frame. Do you want it no frame? Okay, so the example generates your QR code, and then there's a default scan text. Okay, or another version is this one. Okay, scan me. So you will notice that there's no phone icon on the side because it tells you that you can make use of any devices that can scan a QR code. Yeah, okay, so I would suggest that you make use of either this one because you are pertaining to the user that can make use of their own devices that can scan the QR code. Or maybe this one. Yeah, you will notice that scan me icon, scan me text is here, and your QR code is here, and the whole setup is a smartphone lookalike. Okay, so ibig sabihin, it depicts that me as a user can make use of my smartphone to scan this QR code. Okay, so yeah, but I will. There are some other examples that you can make use of. So this one is a pop-up message that tells you as a user to scan. It's a message type. Scan the QR code. If it's a GIF, then there's another version of QR code wherein, say for example, you're going to give away freebies or discount coupons. So you can download and keep a copy of this QR code with a gift ribbon. Okay, so for me, let me choose this one as a default. Okay, so once you have chosen the look and feel of your own QR code, yeah, okay, so then you can, you want to, yeah. So code, if you want to change the look and feel of your code, you want it by default, this code, you want it in circles or dots. So this can be changed into dots, okay? Or you want it a bit less edgy, something like that. You want it a combination of bars and dots. Or you want it to be in square. So it's up to you. as long as you maintain the 3 boxes, this will be the source where the QR code will be aligned, okay? Or QR scanner will be aligned. And the message is within the the boxes, dots, or whatever you have chosen. So I would choose to make it simple, make use of the original. Yeah, this one. Yes. Okay. So from here, yeah. By the way, you can choose to insert different color. So say for example, I want to choose blue, and this will be a blue QR code. Okay, just to depict that the 3 boxes are uh, the areas where your QR scanners can be aligned to scan your QR code. Okay, and then you want to insert your logo. Yeah. So if this is a website, then you can insert a website logo, okay, or your own logo, okay, in the middle. Say for example, this is an M Express logo. Yeah. So now you have two scan me text in the middle and at the bottom. Scan me purely text. Okay. But for this one, since I'm creating a QR code for my website, I would choose to have this one. Okay. Just to tell my users, the possible QR users to scan, that they are going to scan a website. Okay. Okay. So now I have the QR code ready. Okay. So wait a minute. Okay. So from here you will notice that there is a download button. Okay. So you click on the download button. Okay. And there you go. Okay. So from here you will see frame.png. If you can see it on my screen. And the same QR code will be displayed once you download uh, your QR code. Okay. So let's say, for example, we're going to scan. Okay. We're going to scan this QR code that I've created. So let's say, for example, you're an iPhone user. Uh, just point your QR code. Okay. Point your QR code. Point your camera on the QR code. And then you will notice that a website appears on top of your camera. Okay, just tap it, and you will notice that it will load the website. There you go. So I chose to load the branches, the branches page of Memo Express, and you now have the branches. Cool. Okay, so ganun lang. Okay, so since we already had one scan, then this my account should be able to scan the QR code. Oh, there you go. So you notice that there's one scan. So the more scans you get for this QR code, okay, you will see the details further by clicking the details, and you will notice that the QR code was scanned first using an iOS device on September 2. Is it unique? So there's a slash, meaning it's not a unique scan. But if you want to see the full statistics of your QR code, from here you will be able to see that the scan location or country where the scan came from is from Philippines. Yes, it's from Philippines. And based on my scan's top city, I'm here in Pasig. I'm here in Imus, but the scan's uh, city location is in Pasig. It means that the scan location is based on the internet connection. It is not specifically based on where you're currently located. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so that's as simple as that. Uh, uh, from creating your own QR code. Okay, dynamic QR code. Sure. Okay, so what about the static QR code? Okay, for the static QR code, let us check how we can create a static QR code. Is it relevant to create a static QR code? If you're simply creating a QR code just for the sake of promoting your website or your business or whatever activities, without being conscious about how many possible users have seen your QR code, then I would suggest you create a static QR code. But if you want, if you're very keen about the numbers of times your QR code got scanned, I would suggest you create a dynamic QR code. But yeah, for the sake of creating an example of the QR code, let's try to create a static QR code. Okay, so from here, we should choose static codes. Just create a static code. But there's no option to choose in the static codes. So let's try to go back if we can make some other options, choose some other options. From here, from the menu. Okay, so the menu does not display any options. So let me check if I can create through this. Okay, no options. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Create new folder. There are no codes. Check if we can choose QR code. Example, social media. Mm-hmm. Okay. Next. So yeah. Uh, hmm. Okay. So it seems that I can't find an option for me to make use of the static QR code. And I think the QR code is available only for uh, subscription account. Since this is a free trial, it only allows me to make use of the dynamic QR code. And they are not actually giving us an option to make use of static QR code. But yeah, let me give another point or means to explain the dynamic QR code. You see here that when I was attempting to create a new folder, okay, I can actually rename this one as say sample QR. Okay, yeah, sample QR, sample QR code. Then enter. And I go back to my QR codes and I actually can assign this or transfer this to a new folder. Okay, action, move to a folder. And I drop down, select sample QR code, and then move. Now it's in the folder. Okay, but you notice that when I click on the new folder, uh, showing you details about the QR code that I created a while ago for the branches, and it displays one unique scan, okay, of the QR code. Then when I click on full statistics, and it shows you full statistics of the QR code. Okay, what else? Okay, so from here you will be able to see uh, the download option, download button. So in other words, you can download a copy of your QR code and make use of it in your ads or advertisement. Okay, and if you click again on the three dots right here, right below the download button, you will see an option to post this QR code. So what happens if the post, okay, button has been clicked using your account? So posting QR codes will deactivate it. It will no longer be accessible for customers. So let's see. If I click on post, let's see what happens. So no response. So if you point your QR code, your camera on the QR code, okay, actually it will still display pala on a website. Okay, and then let's see if it will show you what detail. Okay, so from here, okay, do you see the message? It says the QR code has been posted. Okay, so from here, since it's a dynamic QR code, and you have an option to post the QR code or stop the QR code or whatever, you have an option to uh, either post or keep it going. Okay, so what's the purpose of making use of the post? Okay, so the purpose of making use of the post is to stop the QR code if it's no longer an active program for your business or activities. Okay, so let's reactivate the QR code. Let's see what happens. Okay, I scanned the QR code once again. It displays a link, and let me show you. Okay, yeah, there you go. It displays the website once again because I reactivated the QR code. Okay, so I think that's it. Unfortunately, I was not able to create a static QR code, but it's actually something like this. If you can do something like scanning it, and it counts the number of scans, how many times does this QR code get scanned. If you post it on the internet or you shared a flyer or a leaflet to your potential customer, you'll be able to count the number of scans to the QR code. And you can actually post or even, I think, even delete the QR code if it's no longer an active QR code for your program or activity or your business. While on static, you cannot do everything like this, okay? Uh, the monitoring of the QR code and its activities. So thank you. If you have any more questions regarding this program, you can chat with me, send me private message on Messenger, Facebook Messenger. And if you have other inquiries on how to make use of your QR codes, yeah, chat na lang tayo. Thank you and good night.